Okay, Philly, the clock is ticking toward the day when we get to pick the city's next mayor.
Another candidate has entered the Philadelphia mayoral race.
I'm launching my campaign for mayor of Philadelphia.
I'm running for mayor.
And I am running for mayor.
I'm running to be your mayor.
I'm running for mayor.
And that's why I'm announcing my run for mayor of Philadelphia.
We're weeks away from the primary and months away from the November election. But who's counting, right? Well, for starters, this guy.
I'll be happy when I'm not here, when I'm not mayor, and I can enjoy some stuff.
So you're looking forward to not being mayor?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
To be fair, Kenny started the new year, his last as mayor, much as we all did, vowing a reset and saying,
I love being mayor.
yeah, I loved a lot of things in January too. But you know, what else is there to say about a man consistently failing to rise to the moment? Except maybe...
So far, we have 10 Democratic candidates and counting seeking the nomination.
With Philadelphia's majority Democratic electorate, the race is pretty much decided after the May primary. That's a lot of people to sort through. But as we try to make sense of the candidates, let's all commit to doing two things. First, vote. And second, no matter who we vote for, let's hold that person accountable, early and often. Something that if we're honest, we're not great at. So, our choices. We have a grocery store magnate, a condo king, a former judge, a pastor,
A former assistant district attorney,
a rookie state rep who may or may not know how big the city budget is.
It's around $15 billion.
5.6.
5.6?
City budget?
The city budget, is that
$5.6 billion.
Okay, yeah, maybe, okay. 6 or 6, yeah, okay. All right, so can you ask that over?
Dude,
You're kidding me, right?
come on, man. You can't bloop on TV and then try to run it back. This isn't a dress rehearsal. Accountability, remember? We also have a bunch of former council members and one former controller who want the top job.
all of whom are women.
Look, I'm not here to endorse anyone, but I will say that it is 2023 and we have never had a woman mayor in Philadelphia. Picture it. First woman elected the 100th mayor of Philadelphia. You've gotta admit, it sure has a nice ring to it. Now, everyone running has pet platforms, but public safety is our city's #1 issue.
Mayor Kenny, where are you? Where are you, Mayor Kenny?
And with homicides climbing to all-time highs over the last 2 years, and carjackings and vehicle thefts skyrocketing, every candidate has ideas on how to make the city safer. And every single one promises that they're going to do more and do it differently and do it way, way, way better than the last guy. And here's why no endorsements from me. They usually do that while making little to no mention of the fact that in most cases, they have long been part of the establishment, the machine, that they claim is broken, and that when they run, they insist they have nothing, nada, to do with.
I don't know her.
Sorry, but resigning from your old job does not wipe the slate clean. Also worth noting, while they may not have been the person in charge, they did have a platform from which to make change. A lot more change than we've all seen. Here's where we really have to get honest with ourselves and ask, did they really do enough with whatever platform they've already had to warrant an even bigger one with even more at stake? Philadelphia is the poorest big city in the US, with nearly a quarter of its residents living in poverty. Our poverty rate is double the US average. Quality of life in our city is determined by zip codes that are mere blocks apart. Since 2015, there are 57 city blocks where 10 or more people have been shot. Blocks, by the way, where people are expected to die at least 3 years earlier than the state's average life expectancy. Thousands of people, men, women, children, babies, are shot and killed in our city every year, but only a fraction of these shootings are solved. When you consider all that, it's no wonder everyone seems to have an opinion about who should lead our city next. At the very least, many have said, it would be nice to have a mayor who smiles. Though I'll be honest here, Mayor Kenny may have been oddly so sad sometimes, but as a woman who's been told she should smile more, That one makes me cringe. I'll take a grump who gets the job done over an ineffective smiler any day. As we're all trying to make our pick, here's what this city needs. Someone who doesn't make excuses, who understands that no matter how hard the job gets, their priority always is serving the people who had enough faith in them to elect them to the position. Someone who begins and ends their day asking themselves some version of these two questions. Did I do enough to make life better for the residents in the city I was elected to lead? And how do I do better tomorrow? No pressure, but we've got even less time than we think. And absolutely no time to waste.